Hello and welcome to Life Skills. Today I'm going to talk about making a liqueur, limoncello. Let's go ahead and get started with that. A couple of years ago, my wife and I had the wonderful opportunity to spend a week in Rome, Italy, and spent the whole week walking the entirety of the city. It was quite wonderful. And at every little market that we came across, there was at least one booth selling homemade limoncello. And of course, we tasted it at every booth, and it's delicious. I decided to try and make it myself, and it turns out that it's not very difficult at all. So I'm going to walk you through the process here. Okay, so you start out by assembling all the ingredients and equipment that you're going to need. You're going to need 14 lemons is what I used. You're going to need 750 milliliters of grain alcohol and a peeler to peel the lemons. You're going to need a jar to do the extraction in, some measuring equipment, and eventually when you're finished, you're going to need some bottles to put it in. Okay, the first step is to peel the zest off of all the lemons. Okay, so we're going to use just the very thinnest peeling of the lemons, and you want to avoid getting any of the white pith underneath. You just want the thin yellow part of the peel, and so you're going to peel all of those lemons. Okay, and that's a lot of peeling, but it's kind of a Zen thing. You just sit down and relax and peel them. And as you peel them, you want to put the peels into a wide-mouthed jar that's going to be big enough to hold the peels, the grain alcohol, and give some room for shaking it up once a day. Okay, so you're going to add the grain alcohol to cover the lemon peels. Now I used Everclear, and not a sponsor. Okay, and in my state, you can get 190 proof Everclear, which is 95% ethyl alcohol. Okay, some states limit it to a lower proof, but 95% or 190 proof is about as high as grain alcohol can go, because ethanol is so hydrophilic or loving of water that if it gets above 95%, it'll literally suck the water out of the air until it gets to 95%. So that's the highest you can get. Now, the reason I went with such a high proof is not because I wanted a super high proof limoncello when I'm done, but that high percentage of alcohol will do the extraction of the flavor out of the lemon peels much faster. Okay, you can make limoncello with just regular vodka. Okay, and but the extraction will take a month or two. It will take much longer because vodka is more than half water. Okay, so the diffusion, the extraction happens much slower. So being impatient, I went with the very high proof, and then we will proof it down. We will add the water later to get it down to a reasonable drinking proof. Okay, once you've done that, that part is done. You just put it in a dark cabinet. And take the lemons that you have left with no peel on them, and they will spoil very quickly because they have no protection. But you want to cut those lemons in half, okay, and juice them, okay, and save the juice. Now we're going to need the juice from 2 of those lemons at the end when we finish our limoncello. That's about 3 ounces of juice, but you're going to get a whole lot of juice out of all these lemons, okay. I juice them with a fork. I just stick a fork into the lemon and squeeze and twist over a strainer, but you can use whatever juicing device that you want. Okay. Now, here's a picture just 1 hour after I poured the grain alcohol over the peels, and you can see how fast this stuff does the extraction. Okay, it's already started pulling the color and the flavor, the oils out of the lemon peel. Okay, here's about 4 hours after the extraction started, okay, and it has pulled so much of the moisture out of the lemon peels. Remember, I said it's very hydrophilic, so it's at this point it's essentially pulled all of the water out of the peel, and they stiffen up. Okay, they get almost crispy at this point, and start sticking up out of the liquid. So I took a clean gravy ladle, metal, stainless steel gravy ladle, and just mashed them back down under the surface of the alcohol, and then it can proceed. Okay, you can see even more color. Again, this is just after 4 hours of extraction. Okay. After 48 hours or 2 days, okay, the color is even more intense. Okay, well, that's 24. This is 48. Yeah. So this is, I believe, day 5 of the extraction. It looks like. Okay, and on day 6, I decided that we'd gotten as much out of these peels as we were going to get. Okay, so it's time to finish the limoncello. Okay, so the first thing you want to do is make some simple syrup. Okay, so you want to dissolve a pound of sugar into a quart of water. Okay, now you're going to have to heat the water up to do that. Okay, so heating and stirring until all the sugar is dissolved, and then take it off the heat and let it cool back down to room temperature. Okay, because you don't want to do this when it's hot. You will evaporate all your alcohol. Okay, so so once you have your simple syrup, you want to drain the extract out of your jar with the lemon peels into the simple syrup. Leave the peels behind. Okay, you just want the extract, and then add the 3 ounces of lemon juice that you saved from the first day, and you're done. You've got limoncello, and you can see it's a lovely sort of opaque yellow color. Okay, and it will stay that way. Okay, so once you've mixed them up, you want to put them in some bottles, seal them in some bottles. Label it however you want, and then store it in the refrigerator or the freezer. Okay, I store it in the refrigerator, but keep 1 bottle in the freezer for drinking because it's just super delicious, super cold. Okay, so when you're done, you get this lovely liqueur. Ah, that's delicious. Very nice after dinner. Very refreshing on a hot day. It goes down very easily. Okay, so that's a basic. That's how you make limoncello. You can apply this technique to extract other fruits. Perhaps we'll do some more videos on that in the future. And I hope you enjoyed this and learned something. See you next time.